What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be breaking down my first outdoor meet of the season, the Bob Hayes Collegiate Invitational. And this one I had some ups and downs, but before I even get into the races, I'll just describe leading up to the meet. So coming into this meet, it was spring break, Friday, so like towards the end of spring break. And a week before the meet, I got not really sick, but I was sick for like a week straight, over a week. I got sick on Tuesday, the Tuesday previously, and I didn't feel better until Wednesday, like a couple days before the meet. Even during the meet, I was still a little congested. Also, I unfortunately got into a car accident a week before the meet. Obviously, everything was okay. I didn't get hurt. Came out good, but like I was fine mentally. I'm not trying to make excuses for like the physical aspect. It was just mentally draining. I wasn't feeling like very motivated to even compete. Like obviously I want to compete, but my head wasn't in the right space for this meet until maybe the night before, something like that. But even with all that going on, I feel like I did pretty well, or I did somewhat well in some events, didn't do so well in the others, but it was just an opener and I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I came into it like, okay, see what I could do, have fun. You know, I wasn't really stressing about this meet. But to start off, first race we got here is the 100-meter dash. We had the 100 and the 200 on Friday, and then 4x1 on Saturday. So this was Friday. Let me put my headphones on. Alright, so on the screen right here is the 100-meter dash. I got me in lane 3. I think my teammates, both Sams, I want to say lane 6 and 8, something like that. But yeah, this was a no-time heat. We were the last heat, so everyone in this heat had no time. We're freshmen, and we weren't using our high school PR, so we had no time. And before even getting into the race, I remember there's like a little tent. When you check in, you wait at the tent, and you sit down, and you wait for your event to start. And there was this guy who, like, you could tell he was older because, like, the man was literally balding, and someone else in the heat, I guess, knew who he was, and he was like, "Why are you in this heat? Don't you have a time?" And he was like, "No, I don't have a time." So I was looking at him, I was like, "Oh shoot, like this man might be fast." So I just had a feeling, I had a not so good feeling about that. And okay, let's start here. So I'll just play the race. I'll play it out, let you guys watch it, see what happens. I'm right here in lane 2.
And we've got to start in the final. Tracy White out in lane 7. That's Johnson.
So I ended up running 11.16. My PR is 11:08. Obviously, I really wanted to run sub 11, but to do it first meet of the season would have been I feel like too much to ask for. I was actually very happy with this run because it ranks me. If you put all my top performances up, like top 5, I put them on the screen right here, it would be second place. So very good opener. I mean, last year I opened like 11:66, but there was like a massive headwind, and then I ran 11:21 the next week. So even this run right here was even faster than my second run of the season last year. So regardless, it was a good opener, definitely pretty solid. But to go over the race, also, yeah, the guy who smoked us, he was the guy I was talking about, the guy who was like balding and everything. I don't know who he is. I mean, I guess I know who he is now. His name's Melvin Johnson. I don't know if he's like a pro or what. He ran for a club, so He's definitely older than college. I don't know, I have to do more research later, but if you guys know who he is, comment down below. Anything you know about him. But let's go over the race for me. Wait for it to start here.
And we've got to start.
So I felt like I got out pretty decent. The blocks, setting the angles, it was a little bit different than what I'm used to. If you've ever ran at UNF, you would know. But like to change the angles, it's kind of like at the bottom and you kind of like slide it. I don't know. It was strange, but I just wasn't used to. So I kind of just guessed my foot angles and I just rolled with it. But even with that, it felt pretty good. Start wise, it looks like I might be in first right now. Like I might be ahead of the whole field. But obviously, you know, it's just a start. It doesn't really matter. It's a 100-meter race, so.
In the final.
Yeah, right here it looks like I'm definitely leading, or I might be like tied with someone. But right here is when I'm fully upright, and I want to take a guess and say this is maybe 20 meters, maybe even less. I definitely feel like I rushed my dry phase a little bit. For the next race, I definitely want to try to stay in my dry phase longer. But once you come up, you know, it's too late. You just got to roll with it. So right here is when I started to kind of feel the moment. Like I wasn't very relaxed. I kind of started to tense up here. Or no. I was tense over here. And then right here, like in my head, I had to tell myself to relax. So I tried to force myself to just kind of like chill out and just run. And then right here, I'm not going to lie, I didn't even really see this guy yet. Because I was kind of like staring straight down, just like trying to run to the line. But I could see this guy. He was a little closer to me. And I noticed he was ahead of me, so I was trying to catch up a little bit. But I honestly didn't even see him. I had no idea someone was that far ahead of me at this point in time. And then right here is when I saw him, and I was like, what the heck? Like, because it just caught me by surprise there. And right here, I was just like, all right, just run through the line. Because if you guys didn't notice, they flipped it. Like, normally we would run going the other way, but we ran this way because there was a headwind. It wasn't it wasn't even that strong, but they flipped it so it would end up being a tailwind. Yeah, I think it was like 0.8 for this heat. And yeah, I didn't know where the finish line was. I didn't know if it was this line or if it was this line or even if it was this line. So I didn't take any chances. I just kind of ran through the line. I didn't try to lean because it'd be very embarrassing if I leaned early. But it ended up being this first line, but I just kept running anyways. Like I'm still sprinting until like right there. Shut it off there. But yeah, that was the 100-meter race, and I'm gonna switch to a different app to show you guys the 4x1 and 200. Alright, I'm back. So this is the 200 and the 4x1 on display, or this is the 200 on display here. I just had to switch apps. I wanted to do the 100-meter on here, but like it was glitching out. It wasn't working. Just that particular video. It was weird, but here's the 200-meter race. I think I'm right here, lane 3, and then I have a teammate right here, Sam, lane 5. Okay, lane 5. So I'm lane 3, Sam Hummer's lane 5, and this is the 200. I'm just gonna play it so you guys can see it first. Right here. Shout out Houston's commentary.
Ryan needs to go.
Homer of Flagler, pressing to the point, but on the inside, that's Anderson unattached. Closing in, On the outside, that's Gansky. Thomas.
Alright, so that was the 200. I ran 23 20 something. I don't even know. I don't even care what the time. It was 23 too. I think it was like 23 26. I'm not, as you guys can probably tell, I'm not very happy about that. It was into like a pretty massive headwind. Like they literally flipped it again so that we would run with a tail, but our heat got unlucky. Like all the rest of the heats they had tailwinds, so they had no winds. One heat had like a slight headwind, but ours was negative 1.4. So decent amount, nothing crazy, but wasn't very fun either. But besides like the wind or anything, I really should have ran faster than what I ran. I felt like it just wasn't my moment right here. I don't know if it was maybe I was tired from the 100. Maybe I didn't warm up how I should have. Like for my warm up, I kind of didn't do as much because I didn't want to like drain myself. It was hot out and all that, but I felt fine. Like I did like 2 just runs on like the warm up track curve, and I felt pretty good. So I don't know what happened here. Well, I think I know what happened here. We'll break it down real quick. So start's pretty good. I'm like already on this guy in lane 4's like tail right away. Like, you let me play that back so y'all could see if it. Okay. So I'm already on his tail. Like I'm pretty much even with the guy after like 5, 6, 7 maybe steps, but so I go hard right here, and I think right here you guys can't tell, but the way I run the 200 is I like to like, obviously you can't just like go all out the whole time because you're gonna gas out, but I kind of float here, but I think I like take the float too seriously. Like I kind of save energy, if that makes sense. Like I'm not running full speed right here at all, or even close to it. I kind of save, and then I rely on slingshotting onto the straight and like making up ground. That's the way I like to run it. That's the way I've had some success doing it in the past. But in this race, it didn't go as planned at all. I'm kind of back here.
Ryan needs to go.
And Caden says it best, I do need to go. So right here is when normally I'm going to hit another gear and I'm going to speed up and catch up to the field. But I just didn't have it in me right now to do that. Like I don't know why. Like I just couldn't re-accelerate here. I tried to. I made up a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. And then, yeah, it's just too late. Like I already lost. So,
Ryan needs to go.
so I kind of just lost the race before even coming off the curve. I feel like I think I just didn't put myself in a good position to win. And I'm definitely going to switch it up for the next time I run. I'm going to have a different plan. I'm going to try to run the second half of the curve a little bit faster, and then just try to push it more on the straights, focus on form, all that, relax. But I actually did try to implement this in practice. We just had 23-second test this Monday, and I tried it doing this way. Like I tried running the curve a little bit faster, and it kind of felt similar. Like I feel like I ended up running a little bit faster. I ran a farther distance by like a meter, so it works. Maybe I'll try it again, or I'll practice it next Monday if we do it the 23-second test again, and then whenever I run that 200, I'm going to run it that way instead of running it the way I tried in this video. It just didn't plan out.
Ryan needs to go.
Homer of Flagler, pressing to the point, but on the inside, that's Anderson on the catch. Closing in on the outside, that's Gansky.
Yeah, I'm pretty salty about that. I really feel like regardless of the headwind, I think I should have ran 22 at least, because my PR in high school is 22.7, and with a headwind as well, with a bigger headwind than this race, and I only ran the 200 like twice, so I feel like even last year I probably could have ran like 22.4 or something if I kept running it. So it is what it is. I just know what I'm capable of, and like performing like that is just really upsetting, to be honest with you. But you just got to take these things on the chin, and next time I run the 200, I'm going to go crazy. But to move on now, this is the 4x1. First ever time we did a 4x1 in a competition. We did like one time trial at practice, but there wasn't really any competition. It was just kind of us pretty much. So I'm right here. I'm first leg of the 4x1. I'm lane 2. And I think we got Edward Waters in lane 4. I want to say that's Tennessee State in 5. And then Embry Riddle is somewhere in here. I don't know which one's Embry Riddle, but... And then there's another school. I forgot the other school. But as you guys can see, we have empty lanes. We have empty lane in 1, empty lane in 3, and then like I think 7 and 8. So I was running by myself. Like there was no one in front of me to chase. Like these guys are kind of too far for me to tell if I was making up ground or not. So that kind of sucked. Like I felt like I was running in an empty space, but I'll play the 4x1 clip fully so you guys can watch it, and I'll go over. Damn, I gotta go to class soon, but I got time.
And it's Edward Waters on the inside, Tennessee State on the outside, Fort Valley, Embry Riddle. And then comes the final exchange. Whoa. Embry Riddle, Fort Valley State.
Alright, so there it was. We ended up running 42.88. Not terrible for our first time. It could have been worse, but I definitely think there were some errors we made that we could clean up and run faster. And also, we're just going to get faster as the season goes on, so that time will drop naturally. But here I am, first leg, lane 2. I feel like I get out pretty well. And then right here, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not, like, at this point in, like, my track career or whatever, I'm not really that good of a curve runner. Like, I just don't feel as comfortable in the curve yet. I think with more experience and more 4x1s and me running this curve full speed, I'll get used to it. But especially with me being in lane 2, it's, like, really steep. And I just remember just kind of feeling, like, awkward. But, you know, I was trying my best. I was digging. And then right here, I see Caden take off. I don't know if you... Here, can I zoom in? Let's see if I can zoom in. Okay. Okay, what just happened? Hold on, guys. My bad. What? It's hard to tell because it's blurry, but this is me, this is Caden. I feel like, I don't know if he took off late or if he just had a flat start, but like he didn't take off as fast as he does in practice. Or maybe I was just running faster. I don't know. Maybe it was Race Adrenaline. But he comes out and I catch up to him like instantly. Like I'm already on him right here. and that usually doesn't happen. It usually takes like a good second for me to get to him, and then I give him the baton. But he's right there, so I call stick, and his hand comes out, and I try to get it to him, but he's so close, and we're so like bunched together that I ended up missing his hand, and then I remember like trying to bring it back, and missing his hand again, and then getting it on there. So it was not a clean handoff at all to me and him. Obviously, like, it's my job to get him the baton, but you know, we talked to our coach about it. I think we're gonna bring the steps back a little bit so he takes off sooner, so this won't happen again. But bad exchange from me to him. Definitely can shave some time there. And then boom, Sam Hummer takes off. Caden to Sam. Once again, it's pretty blurry. But what I noticed is, like, I don't know, it's so subtle you could barely tell. But, like, I kind of noticed that when Sam takes off, it almost looks like he slows down to get the baton. Like, I don't know if he actually did this, but it kind of looks like he goes out hard, then he kind of, wait, go back. He gets out good, and then it looks like he's slowing down right there, gets the baton, and then speeds back up. I'm going to talk to him about that, but, you know, that's not the way you want to do it. We got to, when it's 4x1, you got to go, and you just got to trust the guy's going to get you the baton. But I think if we fix that, that'll shave some time. And then Hummer's right here, running around the curve, running pretty well, catching some guys. Sam to Sam, great exchange, nothing really to fix there. And then Sam A just bringing it home strong for us. And yeah, that was the 4x1. Overall, I feel like it was not terrible. I think, like I said, room for improvement. But that'll just come with time and experience and reps doing it. But yeah, that was the Bob Hayes Invitational meet for me. That was all the events I did, how it went, my thoughts, what I feel like I can improve on for the next race, all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.